Actually got motorcycle news here today, having a chat with Carl. So, can't find the... There we go. Oh. I took it, oh, is it because I took it off the side stand?
Is the side stand still down?
Oh, it's not now.
No.
Right then. Okay then. I'll see you later. Okay. Okay then, here we go then. It's been quite a while. Back in April I came to have a look at the pre-production models here at Cooperb's, and yeah, I loved them then, and at last we now get to ride the actual machine. So funny enough, back there Motorcycle News were coming to interview riders of Benelli's and Royal Enfields, and a mate of mine, Carl, looked as if well, he had been interviewed by them, and then they got the photographs and so forth, so that will appear in Motorcycle News at some point, so look out for that. So anyway, back to the 650. Well, first impressions are it's so easy to ride. Straight away you just get into it. There's, it just feels so natural, which must be a good thing, It's totally different to any Royal Enfield that you've ever ridden. Extremely light handling, very easy handling. The weather's improved a bit. We've had a bit of snow and ice and everything the past few days, but today the temperature has risen to the giddy heights of 8 degrees and the sun is out, but the roads are still wet. So that remark is for a guy in Pennsylvania who commented on my videos that all the videos he sees from the UK, the roads are wet. Well, it is the 25th of January, I suppose. So, one thing of course is that the mirrors aren't blurred. There is no vibration. The riding stance is actually a little bit leaning forward. I was expecting it to be a bit more upright, but it is slightly leaning forward, which is not a bad thing. It is comfortable. What it's going to be like on a long distance. Let's slow down here. So they've got a few miles on it, 835, and they got it last weekend. I know Ian took it out over the last weekend to get some miles on it. I'll have to find out when I get back whether there's any sort of running in to do. It doesn't feel as if it's not like the 500s, but I will find out. They didn't actually say anything to me back then whether I should need to keep the revs down or not. I mean, it's a thoroughly modern feeling motorcycle. The handling is actually really light, and what I do like about it actually is the suspension is very supple. I was going to compare it to the Moto Guzzi V7 because similar power, similar weight, but the Moto Guzzi's, the suspension on that is really quite harsh, and you know, you'd be bouncing all over these bumps, whereas these, the suspension is soaking them up very comfortably. So I have no idea what gear I'm in, but there is plenty of torque. We'll experiment a little bit with the see how slow we can go in. Well, that's nice. Nothing, you know, no fantastic, but just creamy, smooth. I'm going to naturally take it easy on these roads. The last thing I want to do is have an accident. This crushed orange actually is really quite nice. I was thinking about getting a chrome one. But you know, I quite like this, and we were just discussing before we left that the price for a chrome one is £500 more, and it simply is just the tank. That's all. Everything else is the same. There's nothing more. It's just a chrome tank. So I don't think it's worth the extra 500. I would perhaps, just listening to the exhaust note, it's nice. I think I would like. You can get some S&S pipes, and maybe get some of those. Right then, let's go to the left here, I think. Okay, so the clutch, super smooth, super light, gear changes, very nice. So let's go over these a bit. Yeah, I mean it's very sure-footed, so with those ripples there, you know, with the banding they do when they went over those very well. Even back then, and there I'd actually went through the channel itself, and that was wobbled a bit then, but nothing alarming. But that was actually going through the channel, you know, where they haven't quite patched it properly. Brakes are good, progressive, not wooden at all. And you've got to bear in mind that this is it is built down to a price. I mean, this particular bike is £5,500 on the road, which is remarkable considering, you know, when you look at the you know, the alternatives you got. The Motor Guzzi, for example, you're looking at least another £2,000 there. I think the Triumph's even more. Okay, so we're in top, which is 6. Bear in mind there's a 6-speed gearbox on here. Just over 50 miles an hour, just over 3,000 RPM. Okay, let's take a right here. We'll stop it later on and just have a look at plenty of acceleration there. Plenty of acceleration. But controllable. I think it produces about 47 brake horsepower, which, as I say, is very similar to the V7. And I think it's 51 Newton meters of torque. So, and you can see that comes in very early on. We'll try something in a minute when we come out of here. We'll accelerate in top and just see how she pulls. In fact, what we'll do. Okay, well, I'm in top there, and that was snatching at 30. So this is 5th, I think. Fourth. Oh, you can feel it wanting to pull away there. Decided to come along in the middle of the road. Actually, this is the first time I wear my new crash helmet. It's a Viper F656, I think. It's a retro styled one. Very comfortable. And the lovely thing about these retro style ones, although I don't really view them as retro style, they were the style of crash helmets I wore when I first started riding. So it doesn't feel old fashioned to me, but there you are. But it's got a big open aperture, and you know, you've got you can see well enough. You can almost see as well as an open face crash helmet. I will admit at this point, I don't know where I am. And I guess the best thing to do would be just to turn around and retrace my steps, unless I can pick up a road that I know. Because I think I've sort of come into Wellingborough. I think that's probably the best the best course of action is. So I'll turn around up here and go back out again, get back to where I'm familiar. The handling is really light. The steering is so light. It feels a lot lighter than the 500, in fact. Well, it's certainly been the best day for a couple of weeks now. So I was meant to take the road test on Wednesday, but that was pretty icy, and it wouldn't have been great. So into the sun here. So no, this is far better. Yeah, I think what we'll do, we'll go back into Great Dodlington and go back that way, and we will pull over and you can have a look at the bike. I mean, there's been so much written and filmed about it now. I know when I did my video back in April, it was still a reasonably unknown quantity that it had just come out. So, but it's not such, you know, I think a lot of people know a lot about these things, and of course the Indian press have been raving on about it, and why not? It is a lovely motorcycle, not intimidating at all, ideal for someone who's just passed their test, I would say, and I think they would be very happy with something like this. And for me, it's what a motorbike should look like. So nice clear clocks, very simple. I don't think they give you much, much more than just basic information. down here, that's it. It's nice when you pull the clutch in and you can hear the engine just sort of thumping away underneath there. That's quite nice. It's not so smooth that you don't even know you've got an engine. There is definitely, you can feel it thumping down there, but you don't get the vibration through the handlebars, nothing through the footrests at all. Now then, where should we pull over? There looks a bit mucky. Let's find somewhere a little bit nicer. Could have pulled in there. Okay, this looks okay. Let's pull in over here. Right. Okay, now then, when I put the centres, okay, but neutral, super easy to find. That was really good. Okay, let's just put it on its side stand. Right then, there we go. Okay, let's look at a view from the back. You've got the nice wide splayed silencers at the back there, which are really nice. That does look superb. That does look good. I think it's the engine that dominates the bike. It's when you sort of compare the cylinder head, say, to the fuel tank, you can see it's a chunk of an engine. Of course, still only 650. Single disc at the front, but that was very good, very progressive. I don't know whether I'm too keen on the plastic mudguards. I think, personally speaking, they would look better if they were chrome. And the same with the rear ones as well. I guess they won't rust though. You've got alloy rims, that's good. It's a 6-speed gearbox with a slipper clutch, and that was beautiful. No false changes or false neutrals at all there. So the view from the front, I just love the symmetry, personally speaking. That's just what we're lost of bikes, modern bikes. There's no symmetry to them at all. So let's hear that exhaust. Well, that's nice though, isn't it? That's about more. That's what I can tell you. It's a single overhead cam, although I think it's 4 valves. Fuel injection, of course. Jack pointed out that The fast idle switch is no longer there. Don't need that. So the switch gear is very, standard, straightforward. Kill switch, starter, horn, indicators, push to cancel, low and high beam, and then the flash there. So very nice. Let's take her back to Cooperb. Pretty brisk acceleration. As you found at one point, she even felt a little bit light on the front there. I mean, this is a step up for a massive step up for Royal Enfield. This is the best bike they've ever produced in modern times. So we got on to pull out. And at the pricing, it's going to do fantastic. Which, in a way, is sort of you like to feel as if you've got something a little bit special. Oh, I should have let him go. Yeah, it feels as if you feel as if you'd like something a little bit different and special, and I suspect that these are going to be so popular that they're not going to be perhaps not that special after a while. Who knows? I don't know. It's a bit like the Harleys. I walked by Harley back in 2001, and they're really, they were still, I wouldn't say rare, but there were, there weren't not too many of them. But now, blimey, they're all over the place. Okay, we're doing a little under indicated 70 miles an hour very easily. I remember I took the Royal Enfield out. I did get it up to about 70, actually on this same stretch of road, and it did it, but it wasn't particularly comfortable. I didn't particularly comfortable at it, but it did it. But this was, this is totally different. Cruising along now at sort of 60, very comfortable. The weight now is off your wrists. I would say going along at sort of 30, there's a little bit of weight on your wrists. Not a great deal, but you could feel that, there we go. Okay, they're still messing around with photography there. there we go. Very nice. Still messing around there then. I thought they'd be gone by now. That's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It is beautiful. It's so light and nimble, and as soon as you're on, as soon as you pull away, you feel as if you've owned it for forever. You know, it's just so easy. It's a beautiful colour, isn't it? It's brilliant. Yes, Nigel, it's fantastic. Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I'd recommend you take one out. It's. No, it's no, it's very good. It's nimble, sure-footed, plenty of power there for you. Yeah, yeah, and it's just falls to place. It doesn't, you know, you don't. Feels as if, as I say, it feels as if you've owned the bike for years. You know, it's becomes extremely familiar. Really good, Ian. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, yeah. Let's sort something out then.